Alright, here we are back for round number 2. This hand is super slow, but it has a Duskmantle Seer, which we're going to be able to cast, so I don't think there's any way I can mulligan this. I mean, we're on the draw, which hurts quite a bit, but if we draw another green source, we get to play our Emissary and kind of shore up the ground game a little bit. Red. Hopefully this isn't Boros. Play my Forest first so I can play the Emissary. Gruul. Alright, he doesn't have a bear. We drew a forest, so we get to play out our Emissary. Fortunately, we don't get to do anything sweet with it, but I'm fine playing it as just a bear. Yes, I will empty my mana pool. Wish I had a Madcap Skills to go along with it, but you know. Alright, he doesn't have any 2 or 3 drops, so looks like we kept a good hand. I can counter his 4 drop here if I want to. And I mean, I could play a Fathom Mage to get full evolve out, but if he's just going to dirtle around, I'd rather just put the beats on as soon as possible. Alright, so yeah, let's play. No, I think we'll get in first, see what he wants to do. I don't think, other than Arrows of Justice, which I doubt he would do on a random 2/2. Not much he could have done there. And if he had mugging, he would have played it last turn. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't have the removal for the Seer. It's possible that he's just holding like a Homing Lightning or something. Nope, doesn't look like it. So you have a 5 drop. Man, what did he keep? I don't understand. Alright, what do we get? Oh, that was pretty good. We get a land, he gets a 5 drop. So he's actually just very dead, because we put him to 5, we counter whatever he plays. Like, if he plays a big dude, we counter it and he dies. If he plays a small dude, we pit fight it and he dies. So yeah. If I'd known that I was playing against the dude playing like 6 and 7 drop rule creatures, I'd keep hands more like that a little more often. Guess he could play a Zertos Swine, which would not quite work out for him. Ripscale Predator. Yeah, that is certainly not resolving. I could win through it. I could just let it resolve and then hope that my Seer flip kills him, just to get more information, but yep, I don't think my game plan would change much, even if I'd saw like a white splash or something random like that. So, bring in against Gruul big dudes. I would like the Madcap Skills against his massive 6 drops. Burst of Strength is underwhelming, but could be good with the Seer, but I think I'm just going to keep it as is. On the draw again, but doesn't really matter when he's not putting on the beats, unless he just had a very poor draw. Alright, this hand's pretty sweet. 2 drop into 3 drop, hopefully. If we just draw lands, we get to curve out with like Spell Ruptures and Simic Charms on turn 4 if we wanted to. Alright, so hopefully there's no Madcap Skills in our future, but we could just Simic Charm it if it becomes a problem. Forced Adaptation. You know, it's not the first time I've seen someone try that with the Spire Tracer. And I've tried it myself, and it's just way too slow to actually work. Like, it takes like 6 or 7 turns to actually be scary. So it's similar to Cloudfin Raptor, except it takes 2 cards up, and you know, if they have any kind of removal whatsoever, it just completely 2-for-1s them, which is what we're gonna do here. Simic Charm's especially good because, you know, when you play it on a guy, like, it's especially good in this kind of set where like the emphasis is on growing small dudes, like with Blood Rush and I guess Battalion to some extent, and you know, enchantments like that. It's very strong. Alright, so I guess we can play a Slaughterhorn here. We could also like Blood Rush plus Spell Rupture. I think I might actually just Simic Charm his guy. Hopefully he tries to like Madcap Skills it or something. Yeah, I think I'll just do it next turn. Alright, so I guess I'll just do it now, even though I could like try to bait some Blood Rush or something, but he would just, like, he has no reason to attempt to pump it if I have nothing going on. Alright. Oh, right. I tapped out by accident. He just replays it and passes. So is he just playing like mono 6 drops with Spire Tracer? Doesn't seem ideal. So here I guess we just get in, play a Slaughterhorn as our best bet. Even though we don't get to hold up Spell Rupture, but or Burst of Strength for that matter. But I think we just need to start putting pressure on before he can drop like 6/5s. Because we did get rid of our only removal spell. Hopefully this isn't a Zertos Swine. Wouldn't mind him Blood Rushing it. Alright, he's passing, which is interesting. Is he already in chump mode, or does he have a trick? Not sure what red and green tricks there are on the defense, other than like Furious Resistance, which is just not a good card. If he has it, he totally gets me with it, but what's going on? He is blocking. Does he have Furious Resistance? Interesting. Whoa, tap him 5, what is this? Looks like an X spell of some kind. What X spells are there? I mean, Clan Defiance is a sorcery. Biomass Mutation. So his guy becomes a 3/3. I guess I could Spell Rupture it, but that just seems bad because he's only using it on one creature. I'd rather just counter a 6-drop next turn, because that'll be harder to deal with. I guess I could just trade with Burst of Strength. Yeah, that seems best. Trading 1 for 1 either way. This way it clears the board except for my Slaughterhorn, and I just counter whatever he plays next turn. And have Gridlock back up while I reamass my board. Hopefully he plays his Ripscale Predator again or something. If he starts playing dorky 2-drops, it might be difficult. Oh, yep, perfect. Pay 3. Oh, you can't, that's a shame. Well, that was a decent draw, I guess. Although I would still rather have a forest. Now I don't really have an answer to high drop creatures other than Gridlock, so let's see, with a forest, like if we attack next turn, okay, well now we can't attack unless we Gridlock. If we did Gridlock, we could get in for 6, put him to 4, but then we'd still be 1 short on the next attack. Alright, well there's a green source, so I guess we can play our Emissary next turn. In the meantime, I think we just have to pass. And hopefully he just tries to develop his board more so we can try to blow him out with Gridlock later on down the road. Let's see, so basically we have 6 power on board right now, potentially 8 with the Emissary. So I guess if we draw a creature with at least 2 power next turn, we can just win the turn after we Gridlock his team. Unless he has like a Shamble Shark or something, but even then he'd be in quite a bit of trouble. Experiment 1, about 7 turns too late. That guy would have been pretty sweet with the forced adaptation. Alright, he's just passing. Oh, there we go. That represents lethal, even though he obviously doesn't realize that he's going to be close to dead. So we'll cast this, and then the Denizen off the mana. And yeah, he's just dead next turn. So let's see. If he played another creature, we'd have to pay 3 to tap his team. Or pay 4 rather. Oh, there's that Shamble Shark. So if he plays another creature, we can't kill him. unless we draw land. Depends on what he does as well. What do we have? Prism, okay. It's a good start. Hopefully he just taps out. Then he's just dead. Well, I mean, unless he taps out for a creature, then we need to draw land. Yeah, because we have to spend 2 mana on the Oculus, and then we'd have enough mana to gridlock for 3, which means we'd be 1 short if he played another creature. Alright, he's definitely in the tank. I guess I could be representing a Dimir Charm or something. Alright, he's going to combat. Oh, he's attacking. Don't think that he has enough mana to kill me with any kind of Blood Rush. Yeah, it would, like, the only thing I could think that would kill me is the Wrecking Ogre, which costs 5, which he doesn't have enough mana for. He could Zertos Swine me down to 6, but then he'd just be dead. Is he playing something? Alright, we got him. We have just enough mana to tap his team and get in for 10. Oh, and we get our land anyway, so even if he didn't attack, he would have been dead. Just make sure, yeah, it's definitely enough mana. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Pump our guy. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll do it. Wow, got there by the skin of our teeth. I think, unless he has a response. Slaughter Pact, maybe? Nope, we got there. Alright, on to the finals.